Greetings, y'all. It's your knock, Peter Mata, and welcome back to another Golf Stories podcast. I'm, of course, joined here by PGA Tour caddy, Derell Atson. Derell, what's going on, man? Get any golf in this week?
I did. I just kind of got in just a little bit ago. Hit it fairly well. Home course that I grew up on. Hit it actually well for me, and just gonna make a putt, which that's normally my A game. So there's always something. You know how golf is. There's always something not gonna align for you. But I was excited about it, so just rushed here. And getting ready to go for episode 11, huh?
Yeah, episode 11. Yeah,
here we are. So that's exciting in itself. I'm glad we're staying consistent. It's not easy, but we're doing it.
Yeah, we're keeping it rolling. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that the game's coming to shape. It's starting to get to that spring season where the weather's nice. I've got a tournament this weekend, so.
Oh, awesome! Feeling good? How are we feeling
pretty
so
decent.
far?
My game's been pretty solid lately. I just want to peak for it. I want to clean some things up during the tournament rounds. I think that'd be perfect if it could. It's at my home course. Shout out to Webb Golf Course. Apologies for the phone ringing. But yeah, they heard I'm playing a tournament. They want to shut that down. But it's at my home course. So I know how it plays. I know even when I'm playing bad, I can get it back. That type of thing. So if I can get some putts to fall, I got a shot, in my opinion. Hopefully, I can report back to you guys that I did well. If you don't hear anything next week about it, then it didn't go well.
Well, I'll ask about it regardless. Good, bad, ugly.
Yeah. Either before in front of the cameras or behind the cameras, you will ask.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. I hope y'all are doing well. Episode 11. Hope y'all are enjoying golf. Like I said, the weather's getting good. We just had another tournament. Of course, the Snake Pit, the Valspar Championship just go by. My guy, Sam Burns, LSU Tigers, go Tigers.
That's awesome.
In the W. Horse for course, I guess some would say. But, hey, you get your dubs where you get your dubs, man. I mean,
yeah.
Did you get a chance to watch?
Oh, yeah, definitely. It was exciting for me this weekend. And, seeing, maybe Davis Riley pull it off, that was kind of exciting in itself as well. And like I said, it's nice to see, guys, step up to the challenge. Even though on Sunday he made that triple, he was still fighting and grinding. And, that was cool to see in itself. And, definitely, exciting. And like I said, this event, tough for me to miss it. That part of me was a struggle, but it was, like I said, good finish. Sam Burns, just what a complete player. That he's just very complete. I mean, he's long, he's strong. You know what I mean? He can putt, he can chip. Like it's. I think this is a guy that you're gonna, put on Ryder Cup teams, moving forward. Yeah. And so, like I said, that's cool to see.
Yeah. So I mean, like I've been saying for years now, I see him as the next. I guess Dustin is a good example, but he's even better putter than Dustin. So I mean,
he's
even better.
He honestly, we knew he was going to be good. He just needed to start, getting some momentum and letting basically the floodgates open, and it has.
Yeah, 3 wins in 12 months. These are two guys, him and Davis Riley, that I didn't actually get to play golf with, but I was in the same tournament as them when I was a junior golfer myself. And gosh, it was. I guess it's a privilege to get my butt kicked by them, but it's very cool to see them out there. Shoot, they're my age, and
it's justifying. They're where they're supposed to be.
Exactly. No, and even then, you would like, okay, these guys, they keep it up. They're definitely going to be there, because I mean, I'm telling you, like Sam Burns won the state championship like by, I want to say, double digits the year that he played in that event. And gosh, you could just see it. He even then he was like a football player playing golf, and even made much sweeter that he went to LSU. And Davis Riley, we've mentioned him before, and I know he's going to be a promising player, but he did go to Alabama. So those who know the LSU Alabama sort of rivalry, it makes it a little sweeter for me as a LSU Tiger.
Oh, without a doubt.
But yeah, Davis Riley is a great player. We've mentioned him in the podcast. I had him as a dark horse pick, I think, in Sony. Gosh, he looks like a mini Justin Thomas.
I mean,
Thomas happened to be there too.
Yeah, right. He's stud. I mean, that move at the ball, both of them, Burns and Riley, like it's just graceful.
Yeah.
They just, like I said, it's cool to see.
Yeah. So he look out for him. This is kind of a coming out party for a lot of for a lot of people to see him out there, but look out for him. We talked about him earlier, so we know. We're in the know. Yeah. Justin Thomas, like I said, was in contention. Seemed to be playing pretty solid. Just needed a couple cleaned up things.
Yeah, that's all it is. I mean, he's right there. He's right there.
Shout out to also Matthew Neesmith, who was playing good and actually pretty much held his own. I mean, he was a little sloppy early in the front nine, but stuck around at least to the end to have a chance. So it was an exciting time at the Valspar Championship. So Sam Burns actually withdrew from this next week's event that we're about to talk about.
I don't blame him.
I mean, this next week's event.
The past two winners withdrew from this next week's event.
Yeah, I mean, you got to take a break. I mean, because this one in particular that we're talking about is a marathon of a week already going in. It's starting tomorrow, with today's Tuesday, starting Wednesday. We're talking about the Dell Match Play Championship, the WGC. Actually, I think it's technically the first WGC we have this season. I think it is. China won. So yeah, there's only 2 WGCs now, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
But we're here at Austin Country Club to celebrate this, and I love how they have this coinciding with March Madness, so that you can fill out brackets. We also have another tournament we'll talk about in a bit, the Corales Puntacana Championship, the alternate field event, and we'll get to that in a bit. But Derell, what do you know about Austin Country Club in this championship?
Nothing. You are talking to somebody that knows. I've never been fortunate enough to be in a match play. Obviously soon. So I don't know anything about this place. I flew in Austin plenty of times, but know nothing about it. But I know match play is a very exciting, type of format. So like I said, this is something that I definitely want to, be in moving forward, and being able to help my guy. 1v1 is always something, because you play it as a kid growing up, right?
Right. Yeah.
You play a bunch of match plays with your buddies and stuff like that. So it's definitely cool to see that they have an event like this, for the guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, what do you know? You know anything? I mean, I think we might have to turn it to you this week.
I think, I don't know much about Austin Country Club, though I do love how it looks. I mean, obviously.
Oh, I love how it looks. That bridge is always, it stands out in the water. That always stands out,
This drivable par 4 on my shoulder here. I mean, the par 5 near the bridge. I mean, it's an excellent golf course to visually, to look at and everything like that. And it looks like you can get creative on it. So I definitely love the course. It's short, so anyone can really play it. And
I've heard, from my friends that have been there, they say it's a great match play golf course.
Yeah. So it's risk reward. It helps the aggressor out if you play well and you're aggressive.
Yep.
As far as match play, I do actually have some experience with match play in tournaments. I actually technically have a match play win. I know.
There we go.
It wasn't a huge tournament. It was kind of a weaker field, but hey, there was 16 guys in it, and I ended up being the winner.
A win's a win in my book.
Yeah. So I mean, hey, it can be fun. The most important thing I know is making putts. If you can make putts, and you're putting pressure on your opponent. I also qualified for the Baton Rouge Amateur at 13, and at that time it was really a big event. Like there was actually a qualifier for it, and 64 guys that would be in the field. So that was really one of the bigger things. I didn't win. Actually, I think it was in my 2 or 3 times that I was in that event, I never won a match in that one. That my putting was not the greatest at that point in time, and hence why hence why I'm talking about golf now and not playing with Sam Burns and Davis Riley.
Right.
But it's such a fun style. It's so different. In fact, after you play match play, it just feels weird going 2-stroke play. You kind of got to I can't just. Usually I like putting things out, but usually you can't just pick up a ball in stroke play. Yeah. So you got to almost be cognizant of it.
Right. Just like the mannerisms of, it changes.
Right, and you're directly playing against your opponent, not just the golf course. So it can get a little testy if you don't like your opponent.
It's good to change it up a bit, though. It's good to like I said, I like match play a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's good. It's definitely got me. I think we've had nothing but stroke plays, this season. So definitely good to change. One thing I actually would like is if I know the PJ Championship used to be match play. I think something to make that majors. I know it's a major, but to make it stand out even more from the other majors, I wish they kind of gone back to match play or something like that. But yeah, I mean, it's a fun style. We obviously know Ryder Cup, President's Cup. We see a lot of match play there, so it's a good format to see the guys in. And I love, like I said, I love how the PGA Tour sets it up where you can fill out a bracket. So I guess I'll link that below. The PGA Tour is doing something like March Madness where you can go on their site and fill out a bracket. I know Derell did one, and I did one as well. So we won't show. We'll show it all. So I guess right now here's our brackets. As I'm talking, I'll go ahead and put both of our brackets up there to show it. But we're mainly going to just talk about our final four, and I guess the players that we expect to contend deeply into this event. So Derell, I guess start us off. Who's a player you're looking out for, and one of your final four guys, and whatever. The floor is yours.
I will. My final four, is my first guy is, the Tax Slayer back in the day was his sponsor, and Patrick Reed, just gritty. That's one guy that I think will be in the final four in my bracket, just because you don't want to play that guy. He's Captain America in Ryder Cups, right? He's just he's just a nuisance to play against. I mean, that in itself, I think, is a whole loss. Just he's up one just because of the tactics. And like I said, his short game is amazing. I've been around some guys, and he's definitely one that stands out a lot when it comes to short game. And he's, like I said, I think he'll definitely be there. And again, he's a Texas guy, not too far. So like I said, I think that comfort, and he's ready. We haven't really been talking about him too much, and he always shows up at some time during the season. And I think this is it. I also have him, in the bracket, playing against Dustin Johnson. It's always hard to, a guy like Dustin just brings so many weapons, to the golf course. Like, his firepower is just, unheard of. So I got him in my final four as well. And again, honestly,
in your final four, or like, I see that they're on the same side of the quarterfinals.
Let me see. Hold on.
I mean, that's already a huge upset if Patrick Reed gets through. John Rahm, and then you got Brooks Koepka's side as well. That's that's huge. If you have him going all the way to the final four.
Oh, you're right. I have in that light. I apologize. Yeah,
you're good.
Apologize. I was looking at it wrong. So so Dustin's gonna play Patrick Reed, and I have Patrick Reed, taking that over.
Okay.
And so then in that I skipped it, and then that one I have Patrick Reed playing Daniel Berger. So that two spot is P Reed and D Berger.
Okay.
So
I got
D Berger again. He's hot again. Same type of thing. Berger, just a nuisance to play with, just has a lot of energy, has a lot of confidence. He's just amazing to, watch, really. I love the energy. I would hate playing against it, but I love the energy that he brings.
Yeah, he's fiery, he's gritty. Now that would be a great matchup. Him Reed versus Berger. I guess I'll go ahead with my side of that bracket too. I one comment though, I will say I don't have Patrick Reed, but that is an incredible pick. Like I said, beating John Rahm, if that's the case, and beating like either Koepka, Lowry, Varner, or Ben Royan. That's a tough beat. And then beating Dustin on top of that.
Man. I have him going far.
It's certainly not impossible. We know what Patrick Reed is capable of, but
right.
that's that's a tough ask. But I mean, I guess we got the top 64 here in the world. It's going to be a tough ask no matter what. My only change is I got Dustin going to the Final Four, and I have Rom on instead of Reed on that part of it. Yeah, and I also have Daniel Berger as well. I like his fiery. I think he's playing very well, and he just comes off as a guy who's just going to be a grinder, competitor, never going to say never going to lose or give up type of player, especially in this format. He's going to take it personal, and yeah, I mean, I guess a big upset. I got Lowry advancing in there. I got Hoagie advancing. Who else I got? Yeah, other than that, it's pretty much the favorites in most of it. But yeah, any upsets in that side of the bracket other than
that side of the brackets? No really upsets for me. I think, like I said, Reed, if when he's ranked 23rd, getting out of there, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. No, that's. So I mean, Cameron Young is playing good too, and Sebastian Munoz is a solid player. So I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible. I mean, put some money on Patrick Reed for Derell, folks.
It definitely isn't impossible. Yeah. And on that other side, I gotta, I'm still gonna take, Keegan Bradley. He's still.
Oh wow.
He was. I just have a thing for Keegan Bradley as of late. Like, I just think he's just that close to, like, coming away with something. He's just, he's been in big moments. He's the type of guy from my end that's, not scared of the moment, and you just need to put him in position. And I think he's going to do it for you. So I have Keegan Bradley, coming out of there. And my next guy coming out of there is Xander Shofley. Just, again, last week played fairly well last week. Just, Sam Burns and Davis Riley just played even better. The scoring was a lot lower than I expected. So, like I said, I just have Xander again. He knows how to play golf courses. His experience with the Ryder Cup this past, year, I think is going to help him. And so, like I said, he's definitely one to, watch out for. And, to total it all is I have Xander beating Keegan in that little bracket. And then it goes, I have Berger and, Xander and Berger running away with it.
Okay. I like it.
That's where I'm at in Dell match play.
Dell match play. Yeah. Well, we did forget a little bit to talk about last week's our picks. Xander did did he have a backdoor top 10? I think he might have gotten.
Yeah, I think he did. He did.
In there.
Yeah, he did. He saw like 11 under. I hear him.
Yeah, my guys didn't. Troy Merritt was kind of close, but faded at the end. Your Keegan made the cut, I know, and then your dark horse. Gosh, Luke Donald actually showed up. You remember you were showing me some videos of Luke Donald.
He was, he's trending again.
Yeah, so look out for Luke Donald if he gets another start here soon. He's starting to find some form. But yeah, back to the match play. Xander, we've talked about him plenty on this podcast. He's playing. He's like a Ryder Cupper, President's Cupper, gold medalist. Obviously hasn't won, but certainly we know what he's capable of. I am surprised by your Keegan Bradley pick. I think that's interesting. He's a 60th rank, so that is quite
60th rank. He's I'm definitely you got to take somebody that's out of the realm that's comes through. And so I think again I'm just riding this Keegan Bradley wave until he's absolutely failing me, but he's kind of there.
I hear you. No, I mean, he had a good showing, and the players just need to finish better. But yeah, I mean, we know what he's capable of. PGA champion. Yeah, I mean, that's quite the Cinderella story.
It is quite the Cinderella story, but I was just feeling it.
Yeah. So Daniel Berger is your champ. On my side for there, I got Paul Casey getting into the Final Four, and I also have in Keegan's round robin, I have Jordan Spieth getting into the Final Four. Some upsets, I guess you would have for me. I got Russell Henley. He's in that Neiman, McNeely grouping. That's a good one.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, I think he's going to come out of that one. And I got Mark Leishman actually coming out of that one against Kisner. Thomas is playing good. I mean, that's a tough one to ask, but we talked about Leishman. He's sneaky. He can hang with the best of them. I like Paul Casey. He's been playing good. Obviously, we saw the players as bad break, but he's playing with some kind of like freeness that, and we all know he's talent, but he's playing with kind of a freedom. Like, I'm just out here playing, whatever happens, happens. And I think his talent will carry through here. I mean, he's got good match play experience. I know in Arizona, when they had it in Arizona, he got to the finals, didn't win, but got to the finals there. I got Webb Simpson advancing twice, actually, out of his round robin and beating Colin Morikawa in the round of 16. But yeah, ultimately, I actually have Jordan Spieth going all the way to the finals against Dustin on the other side. So Dustin beats Daniel Berger. And I've got the Austin, Texas boy, Jordan Spieth.
I like that.
The dub. Yeah. Coming home.
Yeah, homecoming.
Yeah, and so PJ Tour's got some fun things to do. It says total birdies championship match. I said 8. I think that's doable. 8 total out of the 2 of them. I think that's doable. I also got my third place guy. I got Daniel Berger for the consolation prize. Do you have any other upsets in your side of the bracket or your third place finish, Derell?
I mean, it's fairly, for me, I've been fairly going with the
fave.
I mean, besides Keegan Bradley.
That's true. That's already enough.
Yeah. Keegan Bradley is definitely, for the most part, Keegan Bradley is my escape artist. Yeah. As you so call it.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think, like you said, it's kind of a crapshoot because they're all so good. And, it's hard not to go with the favorite because it's just, I mean, how's someone going to beat Xander Shofley? I know, you got Tony Finau in that one, but like, Xander, when he's on, you can beat Tony.
I mean, I mean, obviously I don't have him getting out of there, but I'm biased, but my ex boss, Mackenzie Hughes. I mean, it wouldn't shock me if he got out of that bracket. Yeah. Obviously, I think Dustin's gonna, get out of that bracket, but it definitely wouldn't shock me if he, manages to get out of there. Just like I said, he's gritty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, and you were just talking to me before we started that Mackenzie had a good showing.
Yeah, he had a good showing last year. So I think he moments like this, he definitely thrives for. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, he's got a tough one. Dustin, Max Homa, Matthew Wolff. That's a tough ask, but I agree with you. He can definitely hang with them. And if any of them are off, he certainly can put it over them. I do like how we both got Dustin kind of going far. He won here before. Actually, I remember when he won here, I was like thinking, Dustin's probably a good pick for this week. I just remember that, and he ended up winning. Mm-hmm. I should have probably put money back then, but yeah,
right.
Yeah, it seems like Dustin likes this place, and I think he's rounding into form. We saw this. Was it the record round at the Players? Granted, it was
9 under.
Yeah, 63. Granted, it was garbage time. I mean, but still 63.
Still, I don't care.
The Players, yeah. That's soon a number.
I mean, like I said, it shows the firepower.
Yeah. So DJ, we have him kind of getting back into it. Yeah, that's our picks for the WGC Dell match play, the main event for this week. So it's going to be great to see some different format, like we've been saying. I guess we'll talk about the Corales Puntacana Championship since it is there. We'll make our picks. First off, do you know anything about?
I've never been there. I don't know anything. I don't know much of anything these 2 weeks. Don't know much of anything, but I know the beauty of the Punta Cana, the Dominican Republic event. Again, kind of like a Puerto Rico in a sense. A guy can get his 2-year exemption and get back on track, and it's a good place to go. To just get your game together. And, obviously the money is not as much as a regular field event, but you're not really there ultimately for the money. You're there for that 2-year exemption. And I mean, really you get everything besides the Masters.
Yeah.
So when push comes to shove, it's still a great place to go. Someone has to win. You still get Maui, so someone has to win. And, it's definitely looking at the field. It looks, pretty decent,
right?
yeah, some guys are down there again trying to get that 2-year exemption, trying to get that, guaranteed job for, the next 2 years.
Yeah, no, I looked at the field. I was like, okay, this ain't bad. This is
it's decent.
It's got some names.
Yeah.
No, I don't know much about it. I do remember watching it when it was in the fall, when Hudson Swafford won. It's at the Corales Golf Club, which seems beautiful. And I think it's rather lengthy. And they also have a nickname for their last 3 holes, the Devil's Elbow. So that's pretty cool. Sorry, I don't have a picture for it. It's all good. We got to have the main event, stage first. But
no issue.
Yeah, I know it looks like a beautiful course. I certainly wouldn't turn down a chance to play there. But as far as picks go, I guess I'll start us off.
Go for it.
Dark horse. So first, one to say the defending champs for both these events. Joel Damon won. He hit the Corales Puntacana Championship, and the match play, Billy Horschel won. So just shout out to those guys. But the guy who came in second in this Corales Puntacana was Rafael Campos, Puerto Rico native. Usually does well in Puerto Rico. Usually does well here.
Yep.
I'm gonna ride that hot hand. I believe he's 125 to 1. I think that's a good pick. I don't know too much about his game, but I do know he plays well here, and that's enough for me.
Great. So for me, my dark horse is going to be, and he hasn't, shown up to his, what he's supposed to be, what we think. And I think he's a really good player. Stanford product, Brandon Wu.
Oh,
Brandon Wu has definitely been quiet, lately, but I think he's looking at some of his, past couple tournaments, he's trending. So
he's rounding into form.
Brandon Wu, and again, this is a type of place where you can get it done, and so Brandon Wu is going to be my dark horse this week.
Okay. I think he was in contention at Puerto Rico.
Yeah,
that's correct. Yeah, he was up there. Ryan Brem obviously ran away, but he was
right. He was up there. So like I said, I just think he's getting comfortable with tour life and just all of it. Like I said, I definitely like his game.
Yeah, he's a guy that had a good college career and he's trying to make that transition. He's 100 to 1 according to CBS Golf.
Yep,
I like it. Good dark horse pick. As far as my contender pick, I've got a very talented guy, Chinese man, Hao Tong Li.
Yep,
45 to 1. Is he 45 to 1? Yes.
65 to 1 right here, but I don't know if it changed. I'm looking at CBS Golf.
Okay, yeah. There we go. 65 to 1. This guy, very talented. He's got a couple DP World Tour wins on his belt. What was it? I think it was the 2020 US Open or 2020 PGA? He was in contention. I think it might have been the PGA. Correct me down below.
PGA, I believe.
Yeah, when they were kind of poking fun because he was practicing so much after the round.
Yes.
But, one thing with him, he is a very talented player. Like you said, someone's got to win. Someone's got to get that job security. Why not the talented guy who kind of needs it? He kind of needs a Kickstarter to his PGA Tour career in a sense. I
got you. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
My contender pick, I'm going to go Danny Willett. I think it's Masters champion, Masters is around the corner. I think he's looking for, somewhere to get his, game and, to kickstart and trend. And I think this is a perfect place for it.
Yeah. So I want to say he was playing good here last year because he was preparing for the Masters as well because he couldn't find a spot in other tournaments. So he's like, this is a chance to play. So,
yeah. So I'm definitely a Danny Willett fan this week. And like I said, at 60 to 1,
that's decent
here. I think that's, stealing.
Yeah, that's decent odds, man. So again, ladies and gentlemen, help Derell out. Put some money on D Willett.
So like I said, I definitely like him this week. So like I said, we'll go from there.
Yeah. Masters champ has actually rounded in form, got some DP World Tour wins after that Masters champ.
Yeah, no, exactly.
I know people are like, he's a one-hit wonder, but he's still got lots left in the tank. And so Yeah, that's a good pick. As far as my winner, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go with Sahith Theegala.
Oh,
There it is. 25-1. Actually, I mean, he's been playing a lot, so I'm sort of surprised that he wanted. I guess he just wants to keep the hot hand. I don't blame him till you get that W. So I'm just gonna go with him. We've talked about him plenty on this podcast. Again,
yep,
like we talked
yep,
about Davis Riley, we called it, and
yep. Like
we
I said,
showed up in Phoenix, and he has a top 10, I think, at the Valspar.
Sahith Theegala.
Yeah. Uh, so he's my pick,
Love it.
25-1.
Love it.
Did you go with him as well?
I definitely seen that. And I almost went with him, but I feel like he's been playing so much golf
That's
as of
true.
late that so that's the only reason why I stayed away from him. Is just again, I'm not saying he can't do it. But playing a lot of golf just the past couple of weeks. But for me, a guy that typically goes to a lot of these half field events, and he always sneaks in and does fairly well. You don't really notice, and I think he's going to get it done. Is a guy that I'm fond of. I've picked before. Is I'm going to go my winner at 35-1, Emiliano Grillo. So I'm definitely on the Grillo train, and like I said, he definitely attends a lot of these half field events. And if you look at the past couple of years, he does fairly well, and I think these are reasons why he still keeps his card, because he comes down, he goes to those half field and does well. And so points are points, and he just kind of like adds it all together.
Yeah.
So, and I think he's good. And so I don't know anything specific on, why he's been struggling or not struggling, but I just, knowing what I know, he's always kept a card. He's never been in danger of, losing a card. So, I think it's time for him to, get it done this week.
Yeah. Add another W to, I mean, only that one win in 2015.
Yeah, the Safeway.
Yeah. You would think, he would have a couple more.
Fortnite now.
Yeah, the Fortnite Championship now.
Napa. We'll just call it Napa. Napa and Silverado.
Yeah, I mean, I like that pick. He's a talented player, and like I said, I mean, you have thought he'd had a couple more added to the total
easily.
Yeah, but he has kept his card, so he hasn't been like, and you always see him in contention and things. He just hasn't.
You always see him. Like I said, he's never, I've never noticed over the years that he's been in capable of losing a card. He's always there. So yeah, I think he's, I think it's time.
I like it. The Latino flair in Latino, not really Latino, but Dominican Republic. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
So I like it's fitting. So
it's definitely fitting.
Look out for this. Don't sleep on this event, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pretty golf course, and you got points on the line. We got PGA Tour players playing, so look out for it. I don't really have anything else. Do you have any stories as far as watching this event, or
like I said, these 2 weeks have been this 2 week deal. I've most of the guys that I've had have taken it off, and which is it's a good time to take it off, because you need to add a break somewhere in your schedule, because you're playing so much. And so this week I've always remembered getting ready to fly to Valero. So
it's usually an off week for you.
Yeah, it's normally an off week for me. So I hope it's not, because you'd rather be in Austin. True. But for now it's just we're going with it. But other than that, that's all I got this week. Yeah.
Austin's a cool place.
I mean, I'm going to round out the rest of my week, playing golf maybe 1 or 2 more times. And then, the plan is to go to, Valero next week. So
yes, sir.
We'll go from there.
Yeah. The Valero Texas Open next week. Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to wrap up here. I don't have any too many facts for you guys. I do know the Corales Puntacana Championship was like a web.com tour event before.
It was. And then they made it to a PGA Tour event.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Pretty interesting.
Yeah.
They gave Dominican Republic a PGA Tour event. So
that's cool.
Yeah. And I always like the match play. I mean, we're just going to keep saying that. I think it's a cool format. I almost wish there was more match plays on the PGA Tour schedule.
The beauty about it is, today's Tuesday and tomorrow match play starts. So at least we're getting, kickstart to our golf early. So
right, exactly. So when this is released, you're probably going to be watching golf anyway, folks.
Yeah. So
that's a fun thing. Lots of golf to be had if you're playing well at the Dell match play. So folks, I guess that's pretty much it. Let us know below. Maybe if you want to share your bracket, I don't know.
Yeah, whatever you guys want to do.
Yeah. So do that below. Let us know whatever you want to do. You know, we're here every week. We're being consistent. This is episode 11 of the Golf Stories podcast.
Episode 11.
Yep. So like, subscribe, comment below. Your words mean something to me.